charge right. Come on and get your game on.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a blue eyes white dragon. No, it's Kaibaman. Yes, it's Kaibaman, strange mascot from Kaibacorp who released to the Yu-Gi-Oh card game with powers and abilities far beyond that of Kaiser Seahorse. Kaibaman, who can summon a blue eyes in a single bound, get easily negated by pretty much anything in the modern meta, and be an ally of justice, apparently, and who, designed by Seto Kaiba, absolute jackass and president of a major corporation, fights a never-ending battle for truth and dragon support cards. Kaibaman is a weird but amazing and meme-worthy monster card that most of you are probably familiar with due to him being the excuse to include a Kaiba duel in GX, Kaiba himself being relegated to nothing more than a couple of cameos. He's also a horrible victim of power creep, which is a shame for just how absurdly silly and ridiculously over-the-top awesome his design and concept are. It's even implied that he was designed by Kaiba himself in universe, although I haven't found an actual source on that. Now, you may be saying, no shit, I know already. Well, yeah, so did I. But I learned recently that there's actually some weird history to the character that many haven't seemed to note on the wiki or any kind of online discussion as far as I can tell. So it leads me to this question. Who really is Kaibaman? Anybody remember the Sacred Cards? It's a really janky but quaint outing on the GBA that uses a really stupid manga-inspired dueling system for reasons only our Lord himself could possibly explain. But as far as I can tell, it's generally remembered with a vague, nostalgic shrug, being a mediocre, if a bit boring and confusing romp through the Battle City arc. I played it recently to pass some time before checking out the sequel, Reshef of Destruction. You know, the game where Pegasus gets high off paint fumes, starts calling himself Soljakovsky, and starts a plan to destroy the entire world. You know, as you do.
Where do these guys get all their ideas?
Reshef is a bit more fondly remembered from what I can tell, at least for telling an original story if nothing else. But the most important thing about Reshef as it pertains to this video is that it contains, as far as I can tell, the very first appearance of the world's most Kaibarific superhero. When I first saw this part, two things were on my mind. One, it must be really embarrassing for Joey knowing that his sister simps for Kaiba's Duel Monsters OC. And wait a second, what year was this game? The answer, of course, is 2003, in Japan. That threw me for a loop because I thought, as commonly believed, Kaibaman came from GX. And GX released in 2004, and the Kaibaman episode aired in 2005. And then I found out his card released in 2004. Again, all of these are Japanese dates. Meaning, Kaibaman predates not only the GX episode, but also his card, which was released in another video game down the line. It was only after this realization that I remembered something else I happened upon some time ago. The fact that Kaibaman was mentioned in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. Oh, kind of. In the Japanese Bankaban re-release of the manga, starting in 2007, Kazuki Takahashi went back and added a couple of things, fixed minor art mistakes and what have you, but he also added this. A map of Kaibaland. Now, I could probably do an entire video on just how fucking amazing and ridiculous this whole thing is, but the important part to focus on is here. There he is, folks. The man, the myth, the trading card. Kaibaman has officially been retconned into the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga lore. He started as a random gag in a video game, became a real card, had an anime appearance, and finally he's been shoved into the manga by the creator himself. There is literally nothing this stupid fuck cannot do. But that just makes me wonder, just how long was this idea on Kazuki Takahashi's mind? Did the game creators come up with it? Or did he have it in his head first and suggest it to them? Did Konami's card game team pitch it first? Did Konami's video game team pitch it first? Did Seto Kaiba himself manifest in reality and create Kaibaman with his own two hands? Well, the truth is, I am Kaibaman.
Don't say if I were you, or tell me what you do.